What's going on, guys? Coping School 72 here, back with another video. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. My first, I think I have 4 videos now. I've basically just done school in Copenhagen, as the name implies. I do have some grizzly, but I saw this today, and I figured, this would be good for a video and a little review. Little Stoker's long cut wintergreen in the can, not in the big tub. Although I do like the big tub, I just didn't see it there. So I guess first we'll pack a lip here. Pack a lip and spit some dip. Such a good sound. Strong smelling. Nice little fatty. Alright. Goddamn, stringy spit. I've been drinking pop all day, sorry. So, I guess first we'll start off with the can. Just kind of get juicing. It's green and gold. That Copenhagen Wintergreen can. It is long cut. Stupid fucking warning label. But yeah, we got all this. Cut longer for longer lasting flavor. Sell by date June 30th, 2017. I did find this, I guess not really interesting, but this is another good thing that I like to find. 100% U.S. tobacco. But this is kind of funny. Right above that, it says sale only allowed in the United States. And I think that's kind of interesting. Because I know if you go to like northerner.com, it's kind of a tobacco website, we'll say. So I'm not sure if they have any like plug or twist. I guess I've never really looked. They've got all kinds of fucking dip, chew, snooze, a lot of different shit. And I know, I've been on there just enough times and looked around. I know that they have Stokers. And so I just think it's funny that says sale allowed only in the United States. When, I could just as well be living in fucking, Sweden or fucking shitty old Pakistan or something like that, and I could probably get on northern.com and order some of this. Yeah, it's the can, all that good shit. As far as flavor goes, this is like it smells really strong, but for the most part, like it's a pretty mild wintergreen. It's actually kind of sweet, which I like, but it's got a lot different taste than other wintergreens, and I don't know, I guess it's kind of sweet, but you still taste a little bit of like natural tobacco in there. Like I said, it's very, very mild, like wintergreen, it doesn't really burn your lip that much or anything. It said on here, longer cut, and that is very true. Just kind of look at that, I mean, when you take a pinch, you get a pretty decent pinch, but this isn't quite the same as the stuff that comes in those big tubs, because that shit I really like, because I can I can take like a tiny little baby pinch and like still get pretty fat, good sized dip. I've always referred to that like, you know, the Stokers in the tub. I've heard people, you know, like on other dip reviews and stuff, who said it's like stringy, you know, and it is. It's kind of stringy. I wish I had some to show you guys, but I've always referred to it more as mossy. That's what I say, because it's just like fucking pinching moss out of there, you know. You get a big old chunk, and it's just this fatty chunk with all these little pieces hanging off and shit. Yeah. Shit tastes great. It was cheap as fuck. I literally bought this can, and I bought a Pick 5 and a Powerball with it, and I seriously spent like not even $6. It was like $5.38 or some shit. So good cheap dip, not like that fucking Kayak and fucking Husky and shit. Fuck goddamn Longhorn. Oh my god, I can't stand Longhorn. I've only ever had one dip of Longhorn. It wasn't even out of my can. I didn't even buy it. It was one of my friends in high school. We were in his dad's truck, and I found, it was like, you know, you have that little thing you fold down where the mirror is, and I like folded that down to look in the mirror, and a can of dip fell in my lap, and I was like, oh, sweet. I was like, dude, I didn't know you dipped. He's like, no, I don't dip. It's my dad, you know. And I was like, oh, I didn't know your dad dipped. And I looked at it, and I was like, oh my god, Longhorn, this is fucking disgusting, dude. Like, why does your dad dip this? And he's like, I don't know, like, it's really cheap, I guess. And I was like, oh, you know, it looks really cheap, like, it's an all-plastic can. And I opened it up, and I was like, oh my god, this looks terrible, you know. I didn't know why, but for some reason, I just wanted to take a dip out of his dad's can, so I did. And I definitely regretted it. It was terrible. It was an awful dip. It was just disgusting. And I figured out why. A couple of days later, I was at the gas station in town there, and this shit was like $1.50 a can. And I was like, oh my god, and it tastes like $1.50 a can. It's fucking disgusting. Yeah, I probably had this dip in for about, you know, 7 or 8 minutes now, and it's just fantastic. You know, it's got good flavor. Obviously, plenty of juice. Filling up the old mud jug here. Yeah, I also kind of wanted to have a little bit of a rant with you guys. Kind of had an interesting day today. You know, I had some people kind of trying to like push some shit on me, and I don't enjoy that. I don't appreciate that. You know, I understand people have opinions and people have suggestions and things like that. But when you're just trying to like take your ideals, you know, or your beliefs, and just push them on me and say that, you know, I should do this and I should do that, like, I don't agree with that, you know. You know, for instance, if I was an avid churchgoer and I read the Bible like every single day, which to me kind of seems like an impossible task, because, you know, personally I've never read it, but I know it's a pretty big fucking book. But you know, if I was all about the Bible and stuff like that, and I was constantly going around to people and saying, oh my god, have you read this? You need to read this. Oh my god, you know, you need to go to church. You need to do this. And, you know, I'd probably get my ass kicked at some point. You know, people would get really pissed about that. And I don't know, it just really like gets under my skin and kind of pisses me off. You know, when people are trying to push things on me like that. Like, I understand, you know, maybe you think you're trying to help me out, and that's fine, but I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of one of those people. Not so much when push comes to shove, I push back. It's more or less, you know, keep pushing it on me, I'm probably just going to get pissed off and walk away, and just might not never talk to you again, honestly. But enough about that shit. Back to the dip. Like I said, this is a really, really tasty dip, honestly. You know, it's not a real big burn or anything like that. It's pretty smooth for the most part. You know, it is a little bit sweeter than most wintergreens, which is kind of nice. You know, I mean, I like that wintergreen flavor, and I do like it when it's strong. Excuse me, I just ate like an hour ago, and still kind of gassy, I guess. you know, if you guys have watched, I think it was my Copenhagen Wintergreen review, you know, I talked about being a huge Skull Edge fan, and that shit just used to burn my lips like crazy, and I dipped it almost every single day. I mean, and it still, you know, every pinch was just big old wintergreen burn, and I fucking love that. Yeah, if you don't like the burn, but you want a nice wintergreen that tastes good, but, you know, like I said, doesn't really burn your lip, this is definitely the way to go. Also, if you're a coupon aficionado for your dips, stokersnuff.com. Go ahead and go on there, and they'll send you good coupons for Stokers. I mean, I know, like, Copenhagen and Skull do this, but Stokers also does it. You know, birthday coupons, they always make sure that you get some of that on your birthday. And I have actually gotten one from Stokers, and I think it was like, I want to say it was like $3 to $5 maybe off of one of the big tubs. And around here in Nebraska, when I find them, they're like, you know, $20. I think even on northern.com it was like, you know, $20 for the tub, and then I still had to pay for shipping and shit. But it even says, you know, they give you a little plastic can in there, and it even says on the tub it's like the equivalent of like 10 cans, but I think it's a lot more than 10 cans in there, I'll tell you that. Yeah, you know, even just three, you know, $5 off, that's pretty dope, but even just $3 would be pretty fucking good. Yeah, Stoker's Wintergreen, good shit, definitely recommend it. It's actually probably going to be it for the video today. Kind of bummed, you know, I haven't put one up in a couple days, but I tried, Friday, no, I think I put one up on Friday. I tried to put one up on Saturday, and I don't know, it just, you know, I did a couple different ones, and it just wasn't very good both times, and I could tell that I wasn't really into it, you know, I wasn't really feeling it, so I just scrapped those. I said, fuck it, you know, I'm not going to do it, I'll do it tomorrow. And yesterday was a pretty lazy day. I really didn't do anything at all, other than, you know, pack, dip, spit, and fucking dip hard, game hard. That's about all I did yesterday, but it was a pretty good day of just, you know, doing nothing. But yeah, you know, if you guys like the video, go ahead, smash that thumbs up button. You know, go ahead, don't be afraid to blast something out in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new or you've been watching but you haven't subscribed yet. Subscribe, do it. You know you want to. I know you want to. You know, I should be posting more videos here soon. I usually try to do one almost every day. This is only gonna be like my 5th video. But when I started doing it, I did kind of feel like, you know, I wanted to do one every day. This dip wasn't even the plan for this video. I was probably going to do a review on, like, Grizzly Dark Wintergreen or something. But someone in the comments on, I want to say, either my Cope Wintergreen or my Skull Straight review, one of those, somebody in the comments, I believe his name was UT South Dipper, a little shout out for you. He asked me if I, you know, dip the Stokers, and I said, yeah, man, I love that shit, you know, I like the winter. He asked me if I dipped the Stokers Wintergreen. I said, yeah, man, I love that shit, you know, in the big old tubs. So when I saw this dip today, I instantly, you know, I thought of him, and I thought of that comment. So like I said, a little shout out for you there, bud. You know, thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking the videos and commenting, you know. You did give me an idea for another video. If you got anything else and you're watching this, you let me know. Anybody else, goes for you too. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, let me know, you know. Like I said before, anything you guys want to see, I'll definitely try to do, and this is proof. So with that, pack a lip and spit some dip.